Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you guys know the deal. When it comes to new characters, once I've had my fun with them, I do like to put them on my tier list on where I think of how good of a character that they are for the game itself. So of course we've got ourselves the Season 9 Mimosa, as well as the tank counter meta William. And so of course they recently came out, and to be honest, having used these characters, I've come to the conclusion on where I deem them, on where I want to put them on my tier list, of course. So we're going to go have fun with that. And that being said, I got to get this video done ASAP because Global is already talking about the next set of characters, being Third Eye Awakening, Veto, and Galdry, wherever he is. There he is, just kind of chilling there. So green units coming along. So we've got to talk about those characters for the global side of things. But either way, for the tier list, where do we deem them fit? So this is the PvE tier list from when I last left it, if I can remember. I think the last tier list we did was for Meriliona, and she is just an incredible character. Love her, absolutely a lover. So with wait, where did they go? Okay, right, I added in the Season 8 boys. I was wondering where the additional characters were. God damn it. Anyway, okay, so we'll start things off with Mimosa. So with Mimosa, I mean, it's the revive of the Season 1 Mimosa, right? We've seen something like this before with her, of course, providing us with that revive. Obviously with this Mimosa, technically speaking, this is like a new improved Mimosa. I say that, the only downside to it is that she's, single target. Now, I've had my fair share of using this Mimosa, and I'm absolutely loving her. As someone who is a fanboy of the Green Mono team, I'm actually glad that we got this Mimosa. Was she really needed? No, not really, but am I having fun with her? And is she a great addition to my Green Mono team? You're damn freaking right. So, max healing on the Resurrect. I mean, of course, on top of that, grants an ally with stats element removal. Can't go wrong with that. The consistency and the support play with Charlotte to provide the consistent SP is disgusting. If you do have a Greymore, that consistency of that magic attack buff, which is hugely beneficial with the Green Mono, because they do feed off from magic attack over attack, so loving that. The great amount of healing that she applies, that just practically gets your unit to max HP, is absolutely insane. Even with the first skill, I haven't maxed it out, but still, having like 35k just come out of the woodworks with the additional magic attack up because of the Greymore, that really is huge. So obviously with this Mimosa, from her perspective and her play now, not wanting to compare it to the Season 1, which I feel like most people will, look, Season 9 Mimosa, she's a fantastic healer. I love her. She's in a great addition. She does elevate the Green Mono now that she's here, and alongside with Charlotte, it's pretty disgusting with what you can accomplish. And obviously with the passives too, vulnerability for the highest attack and all attack unit, which again hugely benefits Varna, which is exactly what you want because she is an absolute monster. So if you can provide more support for her, then it's a practical GG. And then of course the passive itself with the LR duping. So I've managed to get it to LR +2 at the very minimum to play off with the SP, and smart thing on my idea, because again that's a huge buff, and again I've showcased that many times. And then of course at some point I will get her maxed out, whenever that day comes. But it's a nice addition to where she does have AoE healing, where it's on her LR +5, but she has to kind of die for that. So it's a nice little Hail Mary type of death addition bonus to have, right? Because I'll admit, when it comes to PvE, I've had my days or fights where I'm just like, damn, I've lost my Mimosa, and if I did have that LR +5, hey, it's a nice little bonus to have for her passing, to kind of give me that last little bit of healing to potentially win me the game. But yeah, I feel like LR +2 is kind of like a must. But either way, this Mimosa is a fantastic character. I absolutely love her. I'm actually accomplishing a lot now, and I'm actually really having fun with my Green Mono team. So when it comes to Mimosa and where I deem her fit within the PvE side of things, she's going straight to S tier. I mean, keeping the Mimosas together. I mean, I would push Mimosa down to A this one, but to be honest, she's still such a good unit, and obviously with the AoE healing, you can't go wrong with either Season 1 Mimosa or even Season 9 Mimosa. So I'm actually pretty comfortable keeping these girls together in the S rank department for the PvE side of things. So yeah, a very solid unit for the green typing. Was she essential? Was she really needed? No, not really, but hey, look, it is what it is with the game itself. They're gonna pull out units that, I mean, realistically we don't really need as of right now, but just to kind of cut time and keep things moving, things are going to happen, such as these characters. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Mimosa back to back. The Resurrection Mimosas are keeping it strong within the game itself. William. Okay, so oh my god, William. What do we think about William? I've had my fair share using this man, and that I do think that he's an essential character for the counter-attacking meta. However, the counter-attacking meta is still missing something. What that is, I don't know, but they're missing something. Although I do believe that with having a tank to support them is the play, and I will say to work on the counter-attacking meta, you know, having him is just an added bonus. I would say pretty essential, so that you can tank a lot more for the counter-attacking meta. But overall, I think we're just waiting on something more. I think that's kind of where I'm at. The passive is absolutely fantastic. I don't know if I made good use of that, but again, this will support luck, since William is more in line to support luck, especially with the LR dupes, to help out with the shock deity. But outside of that, yeah, because William has a specific role on supporting a certain meta, which in my opinion I'm just not too fond of it at the minute, because I'm still waiting on something to make it that good. I think this one's going to be an easy one. I think this William is going to be A rank for me, boys. I think we're keeping the counter-attacking boys in A rank for right now. And again, this is the PvE tier list, but I'm comfortable leaving William in A rank because he's not terrible. In no way is he actually bad, but to support a specific meta, he's good at. And okay, from an overall tank perspective, I think he's pretty mid. But for the counter-attack tank, I'll say he's somewhat decent. And so with that, I do want to put him in A rank at the very least. Alrighty, so healers. I'm gonna be completely honest. With the release of this Mimosa, her as a healer hasn't been impactful. The only healer that realistically now is kind of like the top dog for PvP is actually, I mean, here's the thing, you can still run every other healer and that's completely fine, but as when it comes to meta, Witch Queen right now is the healer to take, purely because of one, DOT. If you can get dupes on her passives LR wise, then you're going to be absolutely fine, but it's the play that she has with Asta. That's basically simple as. The other girls unfortunately have kind of fallen off, I want to say, and so with the release of this Mimosa, yeah, I'm gonna just keep it real. I'm gonna say A, honestly. Now, can she work? Of course. Like I said, every other healer is a fantastic character to use. They're usable. But if we're really trying to sweat, if we're really looking at meta, Witch Queen right now is kind of feeding off from supporting Asta, and that's kind of like, you know, a combination which people are using. Obviously, with the newest Mimosa, you got that. I mean, again, she's got a lot of plays happening with her. You can make good use of her. It's not the end of the world. As of right now, she's not coming across as a S tier unit. A tier at the very most, usable character, but she is not making any type of impact as of right now. You know, she's here, people are skipping her. That's just the truth of the matter. But she is good and she is usable. But I think A tier is pretty acceptable for her within the PvP side of things. And then William, again, I can't really knock William. I don't want to put him in B tier because I don't think he deserves it. I think for PvP also, it's pretty respectable to kind of keep him at mid tier at the very least. I think A tier for William, as he is doing his role perfectly fine within PvE as well as PvP. So I think A tier is pretty suitable for this character. Once again, I don't think counter-attacking. Honestly, I think we might see more of Mimosa than we'll probably see with William, to be honest. That being said, I haven't even seen either of the two. So that's kind of saying something. I have been grinding PvP to get to the higher ranks, so that way I can at least get a good amount of crystals, and I'll tell you right now, I've not seen either of the two. I don't think we'll see counter-attacking for a hot minute. Once again, I don't know what it is, but we're missing that specific piece, and when that comes along, we'll have to wait and see how things go about. But William is playing that vital role, so to have him around is kind of essential for right now, as he will probably benefit us later on once the counter-attacking meta team is complete. So that's kind of what we're waiting on. But for right now, yes, he supports counter-attacking meta in the tank position. He's doing his role perfectly wise. I would have preferred, you know, some stun protection and whatnot, but that's a-okay. He's still doing his thing, and he's still supporting the team to absorb a lot of damage. So for PvP, yes, I mean, I'm not exactly having too much fun with counter-attack. I've not had too much success with them, but I think at the very least A rank is also pretty suitable for him. And I think that is where I'm going to be keeping things for right now when it comes to the tier list itself. And I think that's it. So we've done our PvE, we've done our PvP with the newest characters. So with Mimosa, PvE S, PvP A, and then with William A across the board. I think that's kind of where I'm going to be keeping things at. But yeah, things have slightly shifted, but for right now we're kind of keeping it stalemate with, I think, Leona realistically coming along and kind of shifting the tide of the game itself. But outside of that, yeah, I think we're just kind of keeping with how things are right now. We'll see how things are with Zora drops, because of course he is the trap master. We'll see how things change over there with that. I want to assume that's going to be kind of like a counter-attacking, maybe, possibly. And then we've got Destiny Vanessa also, and she's coming across to support the green mono, aka Leona. So just when you thought green mono or green typing in general weren't going to get a pickup, you're getting another pickup to support the tank. So how Witch Queen supports Blackasta, we're going to get something else helping out Leona. So it'll be interesting to see. But either way, boys, I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, let's look over to what Global's going to be getting. 2 new characters coming up. So let's have a look on what's going on there in a separate video.